everyone. I wanted to welcome you to your brand new Kartra dashboard. Take a little second to just welcome you here. My name is Nicole Harlow. I'm the owner of Brand Better, and I'm going to teach you how to build your first sales funnel. But before we do that, I want to make sure that I'm giving you a little walkthrough of Kartra. I know that this is a completely new platform that you just signed up for. Hopefully you signed up with the $1 trial. That's going to give you 14 days for $1. Hopefully you stay with it because I've been with Kartra for 2 years. A little bit about my story is always a bootstrapping entrepreneur. And you may be either completely starting out right now, and this is like your first foray into things like sales funnels and mailing lists and membership sites and all that stuff. You may not even have a website at this point, and that's totally cool. You're in the right place. You're also in the right place if you've been in business for a little bit of time, whether that's 6 months or a couple years, and you've been doing what I like to call the duct tape method, which is signing up for a bunch of different platforms and crossing your fingers and hope that they integrate. So, back in the day, I was using WordPress with MailChimp, with Thrive for quizzes, and Wishlist Member for membership sites, and I'd have Stripe, and I'd have PayPal, and I'd have Zapier, and I'd have a calendar service, Calendly. I'd have Zendesk for a help desk. There were so many different services that I was using. And I finally got to the point where when I got to Kartra, saw the price that they were offering for their monthly service and saw how much it was actually saving me money, not just money. Money is part of it. It saved me a lot of money on just being able to have this like one key login, like one login to basically run almost all of my business. I run almost all my business from Kartra. I utilize it not to the fullest, but I do utilize it pretty robustly. I'm saving hundreds of dollars just in being on this platform, and I love that it will grow with me. So the features that I'm not using right now, for example, you can make your website here on Kartra. I still have an external website on WordPress and something on Squarespace too. So, but then I'm a web designer by trade. So for the average person, I think using Kartra for everything makes a lot of sense. And so that's why I came over here. Excuse me. I came over here, one, just because it saved me a lot of money, and two, I just love that everything plays nicely with one another. And I think once you dig under the hood a little bit with this, you're going to love it too. So there's two routes that we can do here. And you may have already chosen your pathway. So pathway A is I'm going to walk you through over the next 14 missions of how to use Kartra to put together your first sales funnel. Now, this is not, just wanted to make this clear, this 14-day challenge is not about how to fill the sales funnel. So this isn't about paid advertising. This isn't about social media. This also isn't about how to find your ideal clients, how to figure out what their pain points are, how to learn how to put together a good offer, a good upsell or a downsell, how to write the emails in the nurture sequence. That is, I go through all of that in my upgrade course. It's called Flawless Funnels. Feel free to join me in that if you're at a place where you're wanting to learn. And I recommend it. I think this challenge is going to be about how to create the architecture, because there's a lot in here, just the nuts and bolts of putting together a sales funnel. I mean, I can charge people $7,000 to $10,000 to put together a sales funnel for them because it's hours worth of work. And you'll see, I'm going to try to break it down as simply as possible. And Kartra makes it really easy for us too. So we'll take it bite by bite, chunk by chunk, do a lot of good work together. But that's pathway number one. So pathway A or one, I can't remember which one that I used, but the first pathway is to do it together. So we're going to go step by step to build the architecture, to build the foundation of the sales funnel. And at the end of 14 days, you're going to have a working sales funnel. Now you're going to need to go through and customize it, meaning that you're going to need to go through and figure out what your offering is. You're going to have to figure out how to, what to plug into your sales page, but we're going to do the architecture together. And if you want to join me on the next step, which is flawless funnels, and really take some time to dive into offerings and customer journey and sales funnel flow, we can for sure do that together. Now, the second pathway is B or 2, depending on how we're going through this. That's to purchase one of the pre-made, done-for-you campaign templates. You'll see anything from the foundation basic one all the way up to curated, customized, motifed ones. We've got like Shelby or Olivia, things that are either bright and feminine or watercolors or more mystical. So if they're all going to be the same thing, they just look different. So if you've already purchased one of them or you want to, I'll make sure that you have the link. That is going to cut your time down significantly. It takes you from a 14-day challenge to a 2-hour challenge, right? Because I have a 3-part video. If you buy the template and upgrade, I'll walk you through how to install it. It takes 5 seconds to install it, maybe 10 seconds. It's just as simple as copying and pasting into your Kartra dashboard. So if you have that, you can cut down your time significantly. Now, I'm here for the journey. So if you want me to walk you through step by step how to do it yourself, more power to you. I'm here for the journey. I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to hold your hand in every part of the step. But if you're like, Nicole, I want to get the sales funnel up and running, I'm super interested in learning how to write the sales copy, how to find out my ideal clients, how to have a killer offer, make sure this really sells, how to do Facebook ads or Instagram ads, then here's the path that I would recommend. Upgrade to one of the templates. We've got a basic template that's cheaper, or the more motifed, really beautiful ones. Purchase one of those, right? You can stop there. And then you'll get a 3-part video that teaches you how to install it, how to customize it, right? It cuts your time down from a 14-day challenge to you should be able to get that done in about 2 hours, right? So it's like not even an afternoon. It takes me I have a pretty high level of aptitude and technical knowledge here. It takes me days to put together these campaigns. So the way I put it together for you is just everything is already set. You just have to go in and like swap out some pictures or create like a new price for your product, but you still need to know what your offering is. You still need to know who your customers are, and you still need to know what you're actually going to write on that damn sales page. So if you need help with that, then I recommend upgrading and tacking on the Flawless Funnels course, and let me help you walk through it. By the time you have that template installed, you'll already be so far down the rabbit hole. You'll have the whole architecture of your sales funnel put together, but then you'll actually learn how and what and why of what you should put in there. So that's my little sales pitch. I'm not going to take up any more of your time talking about it. I just want you to know where there is a hard way. I don't want to call it hard. There is a time intensive way. And then there is definitely a way to cut off your time significantly. So that's upgrading to the template. You can stop there, especially if you have a lot of knowledge about how to put the sales funnels together. Or you can join me in Flawless Funnels, where I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step, the why and the how. This is the tech stuff. But what we're going to do right now is I'm just going to walk you through your dashboard. So you're new to Kartra. I know my way around, and so I'm going to act as your sweet little guide here, just teaching you a little bit about the platform. So hopefully you're all logged in. You don't have to be even. You can just look with me, or you can be logged in on another device. That'd be pretty cool if you can just like actually go step by step with me. So the first thing that we want to do is we get to our dashboard. You see I have the templates up here. So That's, you'll see some subscriptions over here. You'll see some sales over here. This is not real data for me, so don't look at this and be like, oh, damn, she's got 0. This is just, I was just doing another video where I was doing the template, so this is kind of brand new stuff for me. You can set up this dashboard. So you see these things on the side. Kartra does some pretty good tutorials. So they're going to show you on the side like some tutorials. You can walk through them. I recommend going through their tutorials. They'll help out a lot. This is not going to be, you didn't sign up for a mission to learn all about Kartra, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on here. I just want to give you kind of the overviews. Up here, you'll see support from Kartra. You'll see they've got their own training portal here. You see alerts, and you'll see some news. Kartra is always adding new features. It's one of the things I love about them. Even in the 2 years I've been with them, they've added help desks, they've added calendars, they've added video hosting, they've added affiliates. None of that was there when I started with them, so it makes me a very happy customer of theirs. One thing you want to start off with first is actually going into your profile. And hopefully there's not too much. I'm not going to scroll all the way down because I don't want to put too much of my personal information, but you want to make sure that you go in here, and I also don't want to edit this video and have to blur it all out. So you're going to go here, and you want to make sure that all of this is right. Scroll down and make sure that your company address is right, and your contact details, etc. You can put a little picture up here and have your username. And save that. So I have it set up. I'm not going to save it because I haven't actually changed anything. Hopefully it'll let me get out. But I have it set up with a security question. Favorite singer band? At the time I put Beyonce. Is it still Beyonce? I couldn't tell you, but that's the answer now. That was the answer 2 years ago. You can add team members here if you got some other people on your team. You got some team members. I've got some team members on here. You can change your billing details. Right? Your payment history, payment details. That's all going to be in here. Email notifications. You can turn those on and off, how you get notified. And GDPR is going to be important, especially if you sell to people in Europe. You want to make sure that you activate the GDPR, and you can force it to be mandatory. And this is just to protect you. And I can't get into all of the GDPR, so you can do a little Google if you're an online business to see what you need to do to be GDPR compliant. But one of the things I love about Kartra, as soon as that came out last summer, they already have put something in place so that your account could be GDPR compliant. But I'm not going to get in the weeds there. Little Google will help you out, but just to know that it's over here. Custom domains, I actually have a bonus in the membership site about how to connect a custom domain. You can see I've got a couple on here already. I'm not going to go through the steps because that's already in your bonus material. It's a little tech heavy, especially requires you to log into your email, your URL host, and change things like CNAME and DNS settings. So if that's already making your eyes cross, don't worry about it. You don't need to have a custom domain. And this is where you can sign up too if you need to. So that's kind of like where I would go first. It's just the profile. Then over here on the left hand side, now look, you can make your screen bigger if you want to have a little bit more room. I like that. You've got products here. You've got my communications. I guess I'll go through these, maybe not all of them one by one, but this is where you're going to have your products. And in here you'll have things like analytics, like sales analytics, tracking codes. You can use coupons. You're going to add products through here. I'm going to walk you through step by step everything you need for a sales funnel, so we're not going to go through that right now. This is just a brief, well, maybe it won't be brief, but this is a broad overview. This is my communications. This is where all your lists are. So all your leads, which is people who've given you their email address. This is where all your tags are. That's how you start to understand who your customers are and whether they've bought from you or they've done an upsell, etc. This is where you'll find your communications. Broadcast is what Kartra uses for when you just send out a single email, like a newsletter. Sequences are automated sequence of emails and functions. So when someone signs up for an opts into a freebie for you, they get automatically sequenced. They all get automatically put into a sequence of emails that go out one by one by one. So we're going to set those up too. Unless you, hint, hint, upgrade to the campaign template, in which case it's already set up for you. So I don't know. What are you going to do? My pages, this is where all the sales pages and thank you pages, and you'll see, for example, this is the Olivia template campaign. So you see you've got an offer page and lead magnet and template order form and an upsell page, and it's all really pretty. Like, look at this. Isn't that pretty? You could have that too. But if we're going to do it like together, I'm going to walk you through how to make all of these pages. So they just probably won't look like this, but that was years and years of being a designer. I'm going to shut up now. My forms, let's click over there. My forms is where you're going to create like lead magnet forms where people put their name and their email address. My memberships, we're probably not going to mess around with this just yet, but this is where you can create membership portal. So you can see I've got a bunch of online courses, and they're all here in my membership site. So we're not going to touch that at all. That'll be a different course in the future, and I'll let you know when that's ready to go. So if you're interested in creating your own online portal, creating your own like digital course, digital program, things like that, you can do all that in Kartra. You don't need you don't need Kajabi or Teachable or Wishlist member or S2 member or anything like that. It's all here, baby. It's all here. That's what I love about this. My videos, you can host videos here on Kartra. I actually this one thing I don't recommend is hosting your videos on Kartra, because I prefer using like just an unlisted YouTube video, or you could sign up for something like Wistia, which is a little more expensive, or Vimeo, also a little more expensive. The reason being, I find that the Kartra it's fine if you're not going to have a lot of people going through your course, but if you're running something like a summit, for example, and you're going to have thousands of people watching videos, the cost could rack up pretty quickly. They give you a certain amount of gigabytes depending on your plan, but if you go over that, there are overage charges. So I just recommend, if you're going to use this for video hosting, if you're running a summit or an online course, just make sure to check in with Kartra, go to your billing dashboard, and just see what that limit is and make sure that you're not getting close to that. Calendars is a cool feature that they've added pretty recently. You can, if you're a coach, this is awesome. If you're a yoga teacher, if you're a studio, massage therapy, anything where you have people signing up for times with you, or you're a consultant, you can actually do that here on the calendars. It's really simple to set up. Help desks is not something that I've used personally yet, but you can create a help desk where it's like a FAQ, you can have tickets, you can have live chat. This is like such a cool feature. Campaigns is probably not something that you're going to use. I use this for the campaigns for your first funnel. If you buy one, if you upgrade to the templates, to the campaign, you are actually going to import in this done for you, right? So your first funnel foundation, you're going to import it. It's just a code. It's as simple as that. You just paste the code and the whole campaign will be imported. Integrations, you're going to, using the getting started with Kartra, one of the first things you're going to want to do is to set up your payment processors, right? So you need to have one. It's one thing that Kartra doesn't do. It integrates, but you have to either sign up with PayPal, which you should be doing. I mean, these are things, if you're in online business, you have to be able to process payments. You have to be able to sign up, have people pay you online. It's pretty simple. So I've got some PDFs out there that will walk you through how to set up PayPal. how to set up Stripe, and how to set up Kartra Mail too. I like doing that. So you can set up, I'll just show you, like, there's like Google Calendar that you can set up with, A-Member, Kajabi. Like, I wouldn't use any of these things because you can just use the membership site there. But if you have any of these, or Zapier, that's just going to connect you with so many different things, it's pretty cool. So just to see that you have all of these integrations here. Just make a little note for myself. So that's integrations. My agency is not something that you're going to use, because that's if you're an agency, like if you were going to create funnels or something like that. API is probably not something that you'll use either, but just good to know that API, IPN. So if you have a little more like technical knowledge and those make sense to you, and you're just like, hey, cool, I could do that. So that is that's the overview of the dashboard. I'm going to go over the next 14 or so days. We're going to go together, taking these piece by piece, chunk by chunk. So that's as far as deep as I'm going to go for the day. So we'll be getting a lot more specific, starting with mission number 1. But there are some things that you can get set up now right away. Go into the membership site. You'll see some getting started training. Things like if you've already have a mailing list from a different service, or you're importing, you've already been with MailChimp, but you're going to import. How do you do that? How do you set up your payments? How do you set up a custom domain? Like I said, that's totally optional. It's a little more tech heavy than anything else we'll do, but it's there if you want to have a custom domain. And then how to set up your Kartra mail, so you can send Kartra, you could send emails, newsletters, etc. through Kartra. I love the deliverability that I get with Kartra. I was having problems with GetResponse before MailChimp, of emails just not getting to my people. So it's pretty cool. My open rates have definitely gone up, and my delivered rates have definitely gone up since I've gone with Kartra too. So thank you for spending this time with me. Hopefully that's a really helpful first step into the Kartraverse, and I look forward to getting started with you on our missions of getting the sales funnel up and running, regardless of whether you decide to create with me step by step, or whether you want to save some time and upgrade to one of the template campaigns. Big kisses, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.